And we don't get copyright infringement. Do you know what as well, yeah, with Mace, it was what I thought was funny was that did you see what Cameron said like in his rebuttal to Jim Jones? Yeah.
Nah, I didn't see it.
Okay, so one of the things he was saying was Mace taught you how to rap. Mace taught you how to rap. And it made me think in my head, yeah, that's not a flex. Because respectfully, at one large point in Jim Jones's career, he was shit. Jim Jones was actually proper shit. He is the best. Jim Jones is the most improved rapper of, I think, in my lifetime.
But was it Mace that improved him?
No. So that would have been the flex.
But how do you know it wasn't?
I'm saying that on the pod.
How do you know that wasn't recording, by the way? You're in.
Oh, yeah, we're already in. Yeah. No, so the flex would have been whoever improved Jim Jones, that's the flex.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Basically, I was saying, just very quickly, yeah. Did you see the Jim Jones and Cam stuff and that?
No, but I saw something, but I don't. When did this come out? Last couple
Yeah, you're going gym. Yeah, you're going gym. By the way.
Why? No, I'm not, bro. I've been going McDonald's.
Have
This
you?
is fat diet, yeah.
But
I'm looking in. Do you know when I look in? Oh, sorry, go on.
The Jim Jones, like, okay, in a nutshell, yeah, fucking, Jim Jones did it. No. Jim Jones in an interview mentioned something about Cameron because Cameron did an interview with 50 where Cameron referenced this time period where they weren't getting on, where there was internal beef in Dipset, yeah?
Yeah.
And when there was internal beef within Dipset, 50 had then brought out Jim Jones in a show, yeah? But also bearing in mind that Cameron and 50 weren't getting on at the time either. So it was like a power move that 50 had made between them. Can you turn that off?
Yeah.
So anyway, on Cameron's pod with Mace,
Yeah.
they talk about it or whatever. So in this interview, this person's asking Jim Jones about it, yeah? And Jim Jones just seems a bit distasteful about the whole thing. He's like, these lot are on my dick, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, Cameron then goes back on his pod and he's like, addresses the situation, but he addresses it in a very harsh manner.
Yeah.
Yeah? He's running some joke in that. But one of the things, this is what I was just saying to him about, was that he says, Mace taught you how to rap. Like, he emphasizes that. Mace taught you how to rap. And in my head,
He taught Jim Jones how to rap.
yeah. And in my head, when I saw that, I thought, I know what he's trying to do when he's saying that, but that to me wasn't the flex because for a large part of Jim Jones's career, he was shit.
Yeah, but
he was really bad.
Yeah.
Like, he is, as far as I'm concerned, probably the most improved rapper of my lifetime.
Yeah.
Because he is incredible now.
Yeah.
So the flex would be whoever improved him.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Correct.
Not the person who got him into doing it. Because he was shit when he started.
Yeah, it's true.
Not even when he started.
You said shit too many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that to get to him and it becomes a thing.
It will get to him. Yeah, he wasn't the greatest rapper. And let's be totally honest, he's still not the greatest rapper.
Nah, he's cold now.
There's a big improvement, but I don't think maybe I haven't listened to current
cold.
Jim Jones.
He's cold, bro. I'm not even going to lie. It's like a whole different guy, bro.
But hold on, who is it like? Like, who is it?
Like he could easily stand next to a Benny the Butcher.
Oh,
Easily.
Okay, is that where he's at?
Easily. And Merc.
Okay,
bro.
I need to. Yeah, I
like
need
that.
to
Do you get what I'm saying?
I left Jim Jones back in the noughties. Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't know. I didn't know he was still at it.
Listen with the diplomats.
In fact, let's jump in. Hey, do you know about Traitors?
No.
Oh my God, bro. I've realised I think I've got an addictive personality, partly.
What do you mean?
Fam, I don't really watch much things like that on TV, yeah? But I was introduced to Traitors. The other day, 2 days ago, I was on episode 2. Yesterday, I got up to episode 11.
So hold on, what is Traitors? It sounds to me like Cheaters.
Yeah, I don't know what Cheaters is, but
Isn't it? Was Cheaters the name of the show?
Yeah, but that's when they used to roll
Like-
up on people cheating.
Yeah, roll up on people when they're cheating.
Oh no,
No, it's not like that.
Nah, it's
No,
not like that.
Okay,
Something
okay.
like that.
How do I explain it in a very brief way? Basically, there's like, let's say there's 14 people in a house, yeah, and three of them are gonna be traitors. But at first, when they all go
my
in the house,
gosh, I
they
know
all
this.
don't know.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
just
yeah.
in there together, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Have you ever played
And
Assassin?
they all get interviewed, and then like they have to put a blindfold over their eyes. The host then taps them, yeah, and then they know that they're traitors, yeah. So in that, there's a series of games or whatever, but they've got to essentially whittle down who are actually the traitors and who are the faithfuls.
And you
or
kill
whatever.
people off.
And you kill people off. Yeah, yeah. Each day you just kill people off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Bro, the game is incredible.
It's crazy, bro, because it's a real
It's
life poker. It's lying. You're
Bro.
lying.
And like, how many steps ahead you have to be?
Yeah.
to
And
be able
what
to
your
cut
face
through?
has to be. Like, when you're chatting to people. 'Cause
Oh,
people,
yeah, of course.
People are chatting to you about you. Like, I reckon it's my man. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But then, you know, you can't make it too. You can't make it. You can't force it on him. You can't be like, it could be him, but I don't know. You know. Like, you know, like
But
you
do
can't.
you know
You
what it is
can't
as well? They're building like, imagine they're living together. It's not like they film it for a day and leave. They're living together for a long period of time, yeah. So you're building friendships, relationships, all of that type of stuff. So it's like they get into that point, yeah. As time goes on, they get to that point where they're like, please, you, like, just tell me that you're not a faithful.
Oh,
you're not
yeah,
a traitor.
yeah. And what?
Please
and what,
tell me. And they're looking at them dead in the face. I'm not a traitor.
Yeah.
I'm not-
That's where I think I'd give it away. You know, like that. you know, like you just start smiling, and be like, how can I be a traitor?
Yeah,
And you know, like you just, yeah. I don't know. I think I'd be able to. I think at some points everyone in there even behaves like a traitor.
Yeah, but you know what? Do you know why it's interesting as well, bro? It's because they get to a point where they're so paranoid, yeah, they start nitpicking at everything. So it's like, you could say, I will ask you something, and then you give me an answer, and then it's like, yeah, see, that's why.
That's how I know.
That's
Yeah,
how I
yeah,
know.
yeah,
That's how I know, because
yeah.
when I asked you like
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
you did that.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you did the other thing, they still would have said, yeah, see, that's how I know.
Yeah, it's like a big, 100%.
Bro,
What do you
it's-
mean you want coffee with milk?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yesterday, that's not what you wanted.
Exactly.
You didn't want that yesterday. But also, when they like, because the traitors can get, obviously they can get found out, yeah. And where the game gets kind of sick is that the traitors, 'cause at the end of each day, they deliberate around the table around who they think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they have to write down on this little card like who they actually think it is, and then the one with the most votes ends up getting out. And then that's when they say whether
That
they're a
person
traitor
is
or
a
faithful.
villager. Oh yeah, all right, yeah.
So, but what happens sometimes is that like the traitor will realize that the other traitors fumble in the bag, yeah,
And they
So
will even
vote.
throw them.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
But
it's
do
cold.
they know? Do they know who they're voting for?
Yes,
So
yeah,
for
'cause you have
example,
to say.
you have to say.
You have to say. You have to say. So you have to say. But every time that they do it, they usually get it right. Because what it's like, they preempt. This person is under so much attack right now.
Yeah. That we either have to.
I have to put this person down as well, because otherwise it might start looking hot on me.
Yeah.
If everyone, most people.
If
are
he's
voting
out
for this
already, can you see? Like, does it work on? Have you? Do you don't
Nah.
vote? You vote at the same time.
person, you all vote at the
Okay,
same time.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
you all
okay,
vote
okay.
at the same time. Bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro.
That's
the
sick.
thing is actually fucking sick.
Yeah.
And then once a traitor is out, yeah, you can nominate someone to come in, but how it works though is that you will ask them. They have an ultimatum, so you call them in, and then you tell them, listen. You reveal yourself, obviously, and they're always like, "What the fuck is you?" But then they say, "Listen, like, I'm inviting you to be a traitor with me, or you die, or you're out of the game."
But what happens when the people realize that the person that they voted for isn't out?
What do you mean?
Like, so for example, if you voted for that guy, he's gonna be out. He's gonna be dead. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead then.
But now he's all of a sudden back.
No, he's not. That don't work. No,
oh.
so you only vote for the person who's already. So if someone's been nominated out, that's it. The game done.
Okay,
now. It's the
okay.
whole next thing. But what they can do is now, yeah. Let's say for example, all three of us are traitors, but then EA's out now, yeah.
Oh,
I
you
can
get
bring
another
some,
else.
yeah. So what we'll do is we'll say, all right, cool. Let's bring in Poet. He's already in the game. He's a faithful.
But
yeah.
let's tell him
But we'll
that's
bring him
us.
in. Then so he comes in and then we'll reveal that we're obviously traitors. He's gonna be surprised like what the fuck. then we'll say to him, bro, we think that you'll be a good traitor with us, blah, 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 blah. But the ultimatum is that either you're a traitor with us or you're out of the game completely.
Right
you're
now.
dead.
Right now. Right now.
So more time, it's like they're stuck. Imagine as well, this whole time they keep thinking it's you and it's actually not you.
Yeah.
They keep thinking it's you and it's not you, But then you have the ultimatum now. So you're either in the game or you're out. So if you accept it, if you accept it, now when they do find that issue, they think you was the traitor the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, the game's sick.
Yeah,
it's
that's
actually,
it. That's cold.
It's
That's
actually
cold.
just
That's
very
cold.
sick.
That's cold.
How are you anyway, bro? You just come back from Paris?
Yeah, I just got back this morning from Fashion Week, and yeah, it's concerning over there, you know.
Why?
Because of like how they're dressing.
What? What do you mean? I ain't been past Fashion Week for like 5 years now.
I've never been in my life, and
that's the first time.
That's the first time, and I get it. Like it's like everyone's over there and but when you see what some people are wearing, like Poet is that all year round at so many points that what Poet wears doesn't make sense here. It made sense there.
Yeah.
He had one drop where it was a tracksuit and a Inspector Gadget jacket, but to the top, and he had like a hat or a beret or something like that. Something he'd wear here, but it don't quite make sense here. We're in a studio, we're in London, on Parisian streets. It makes sense, bro. Yeah. I'm seeing people, their heads are turning when they're seeing him, and it's not because it's Poet. They're like, that guy has swag.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing over there right now.
Right.
He, for me, wins Fashion Week. I think that other people are just forcing it. Because you know, like, people wear, like...
Was you
like stuff like that? Yeah. People walking around with, like... Just...
We're looking at... what are we looking at, EA?
A guy
just,
on... I don't know. High fashion stuff. People just walk around...
But this is like catwalk
with
stuff.
With bow ties on their face.
But like, people would wear this on road, though.
Are we seeing more high fashion stuff worn casually now?
Yes.
Remember before... You just saw high fashion stuff on the catwalk and you didn't really see it in life.
Yeah.
Are we seeing it a little bit more like on a regular basis? And what is that attributed to?
I think obviously we're in the era now where no one wants to just go to Zara.
Well, Zara does that. Maybe that's the reason though. Maybe Zara are tapping into the low quality side of higher fashion. So that's why you're seeing it a little bit. But do you get what I'm saying?
No, but I'm saying I think stuff like this happening because people don't want to just go and get the normal stuff anymore. They'd rather get the normal stuff and take the shoulder up here.
Oh yeah.
And like you know, like you just see people walking around with like one shoulder pad and one without. Like they want to look like aliens.
Yeah.
You know,
they do.
You know the like from my understanding, because one of my favorite films is Devil Wears Prada, innit? But then also like understanding that like fashion or high fashion is like an artistic expression. So like the catwalk is meant to be like the artistic expression of the designer, and then like your Zaras and your whatnots are like derivatives of that. So it kind of like simplifies.
Yeah, of course it should.
That's
because you can't just walk around with like looking like Cruella de Vil.
You've got an egg on your head.
Yeah, all of that shit's silly. But also, in a weird way, it also speaks to the fact that like, of course, money is tight for a lot of people, for the majority of people. So there's not a lot of money out here, but there's a lot of money out here. And so the ones that do have the money, especially a lot of people that have been making money are a little bit more close to home. A lot of those are diving into elements of it. So it feels even more closer to home. Yeah. Whereas at one point, see the fashion thing, all of that, it felt like it was very far and distant.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at like people that are sitting right at the front and all of that type of shit, it's like
you see the man them.
Yeah,
you see the man them. But the man them, they know. I've seen it now in the flesh. The man them know they shouldn't be there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's not for us.
Oh.
It's not for us. We're forcing it.
Oh, 100%.
We're forcing it. This is not our story. We want to just sit there in a tracksuit, but
yes! we beg the upper echelon life a little bit.
We do. It's not even upper echelon. Let's be totally honest and call a spade here. That looks silly.
Yeah.
It does. I just watched the guy with 45 turtlenecks on. Like, you don't need all of that.
That is.
You don't need it.
I'm not gonna lie. That looks.
Actually, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That doesn't look too bad. That one don't look too bad.
Put the picture up, please. Put it on the screen.
It's on the screen.
No, put it on the screen so that they can see what we think doesn't look so bad.
Yeah.
That You can't get away with it.
If I'm in an Antarctica,
I'm gonna be honest
happy.
with you. Julia Denuga, that slaps.
How? Where? All right, cool. You can't even tell where her shoulders are. That's the facts.
That's all right.
It looks like.
It looks like something.
Yeah.
It's a massive.
Wait, for
like
people that are for the audio
It's a
listeners, how
pudding.
can they find what we're looking at? By the way,
If you type in
Alexandra McQueen 2025 fall winter women's. We're looking at
Bro,
a
it's a
woman
Christmas
with
pudding.
a high with a high top,
It looks like a
wearing.
penis, bro.
I don't even know how to describe that. The black woman wearing. I don't know how to describe.
How do you get it off?
How
That's
do
what I'm
you
saying,
get
just
it off?
normal stuff. How do you walk through a door?
But that one isn't. That's not the worst one.
That's not the worst one, but I'm saying that's as close as we've come to like something acceptable.
This one's bonkers. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's going on here.
We're looking at a
man with noodles on his face.
Is it a man?
It's-
Is that a noodle?
I think those are feathers, bro.
Is that a man or a woman?
We can just say they.
We'll ask Trump.
Yeah. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I think that's feathers.
That's ridiculous.
How did he see? I don't know. I get it.
Anyways.
I get what they're trying to do here, and this is how they express themselves.
Everyone's trying to be.
Yeah,
calm.
I understand why the man them and that are there, but I also understand the fact that like a lot of the time it's just the forcing it thing.
Yeah.
Really, like it really is.
It is.
But also, it's not in the sense of like, okay, cool. Some people are making bread and they just want to be like, they want to. I don't know, man. It's weird, isn't it? It's just like, it's something that's been going on for such a long time. It never felt like it was reachable, and then all of a sudden it's reachable, and then now when people go there, they're like doing that and they're crossing their legs.
Yeah.
And that's another way how I know when someone's starting to
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
stuff.
You
You know what I'm saying? When they get into that world, man,
and
they start,
especially when that goes
Yeah,
on the
when they
knee.
do that.
When that goes on
yeah,
the knee,
yeah.
you think
When
you're
they
in.
cross their knee and they do that, they cross their leg and they do that, that's when you know, okay,
Yeah.
money is being made,
Yeah.
or there's an attempt to be corporate.
Yes.
There's an attempt.
You're trying to cross over.
You're trying to cross over.
100%.
Yeah, it's
100%.
It's
There are some
art,
people that I do think naturally it makes sense, like that kind of aesthetic, not as much as what these lot are doing, but it makes sense. Or poet makes sense over there. Someone like even like a Nux
Oh yeah,
makes sense over there. Like, you know that man that I've just got quirky swag.
Hey, Nux is a dresses as well.
Exactly. But they can mix the worlds.
Yeah,
They can mix the worlds.
yeah. Was there bare parties and that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro, I saw a girl cliche, yeah?
yeah.
All black turtleneck gloves on, yeah. I looked at him and I didn't know if it was him, first of all. I was looking at him thinking, I don't know why I know his face. And all of a sudden it dawned on me how many times he's fucking rose-headed it. And then I looked at his swag. He was all black. I think black gloves, black turtleneck. I thought he was going to look off to dance.
Oh, serious?
Never seen anything like it. This is not the same footballer that played for Arsenal.
Oh yeah. But they sometimes do that though. Like
But I think maybe it's part of Fashion Week, isn't it?
sometimes when I see Rashford, I think I'm get so confused. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
But when I see him outside, sometimes when I see him outside, I'm baffed.
Yeah. You can see the real, like, that's what they really want to be. I saw
Yeah.
I saw Cole Palmer double Cuban up. I was like, oh my
Is
God.
it? Yeah.
Cole Palmer doesn't do this.
Who?
He doesn't do like this stuff.
No, Cubans though. He had just a trackie and Cubans on, but yeah. I don't know. Big up Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week. Whatever they're up to is working because it's been happening for a while. I just
It really is. Yeah. Paris, New York, London. Where are the other ones? There's probably there must be one. Milan.
yeah.
New York,
I said New York.
Tokyo,
Tokyo
Tokyo.
has a
should-
fashion week.
Well,
They
you
should
know,
have one.
like they are like really far ahead in terms of fashion. Like Asia in general, like China and Japan, they are gone when it comes to fashion. They might lead it. Obviously, we know like it's meant to be the French or the Italians or whatever, but they
Milan.
are on it.
Miami has one. How comes America's got two?
Boy.
What's the difference between New York and Miami?
It says that
Berlin has one. Of course they have one.
Miami has influences from US and Latin America.
Okay, fair. Did you see Maine's there? Skepta's thing.
No.
Okay, because that's like within that world.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's
I think it was
within
meant to go, but the problem is everyone's got things simultaneously, and you're trying to like.
Yeah.
go from one place to another.
It's kind
to
of sick
another.
the way that he's been able to do that. Like he's like Skepta's
Gone.
Skepta's got one of those careers that is like, there's obviously been turbulences within it, yeah. But where he's at right now, like for all of the things that he's done to where he is today, he's got like his career where he's at is like in the perfect place.
Yeah, that's it. Somewhere in between music, culture, fashion. He just sits in that
but
lovely
then also
little...
aging gracefully as well, because he didn't like when it was his 40th birthday, like when he was on the gram and that doing the toast. I don't know if you saw it, but it's like, yeah, like he's just aged gracefully, but he's just doing a lot of cool grown stuff. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying?
He is our version of like a Pharrell.
Yeah.
So no, as in like music, fashion, aging gracefully.
He's an artist, periodically, like in every sense.
I wouldn't use Pharrell though. I
Yeah,
know what
maybe.
I know why you would say that, but I would like.
Who is our version then of a Pharrell?
Who's our version of a Pharrell?
I'm not sure if we get one that's closer.
I think Skepta's the closest.
Nah, man, I wouldn't say him.
Someone that's married music and fashion.
Yeah, but remember, don't dismiss where he's come from, what he's been on.
Yeah. That's why
I
I'm saying that. But
use
I'm saying his thing is.
Oh, it was Virgil then.
He could easily be the next designer of Louis. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He probably will.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying that kind of he's come from music, but he's actually so fashionable and such. He's in that space so much more than I can see. I don't even know what's in that space, but he's obviously so plugged in there that he's in that world enough to take over from whatever brand. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Mainz, that brand, will excel. I think it's got quite a lot of legs to it, in fact. Because Mainz, what I think is quite sick about it is that it's a lot of people know it's Skepta's, but I do also think that it's getting to a point where it's in its stages of transcending Skepta. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
And that's what you want.
And that's exactly what you want. That's exactly what you want. You want people to just say, "Oh yeah, the brand Mainz," without actually necessarily saying, Skepta.
Is this it?
It's cold. Yeah.
Yeah, he's cold. He's cold.
Costs a penny, though. Yeah. Some of it costs a penny. Go to the top. Go to the top. Is there a jacket there?
Yeah, I saw something for $4.50.
Go there. What's that one there? Right to the top. What's that? How much? What's that? Yeah, see, $4.50. The bottoms. How much is the bottoms? Yeah, $3.80.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like it's the prices of like, it's a pretty penny, but it's not crazy.
It's not brazy, but it's brazy enough.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, but
brazy enough because let's say that jacket was a Ami Paddy. It'll be the same price.
What's that?
Ami.
Okay.
Or a. It's that kind of world. Like, it's like that. When a jacket's $4.80, whether you like it or not, you're kind of in high fashion world. Because it's not a jacket.
Yeah,
it's like a tracksuit jacket.
No, that's a denim jacket.
Is it denim?
It's a denim jacket.
Still, denim. $4.80 for a denim jacket.
But you know what he's doing there as well though. He's embodying the early mosh.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hear it still. I hear it. How much was the mosh shit back in the day?
We have to take into consideration inflation. So what would it be? What would
that have been?
What was it called? Mosh.
Moschino.
Oh, Moschino.
Pattern Moschino. How much would it, like, what would the jeans?
The jeans now, I would have imagined they'd be around $4.
How much were they? Like,
I don't remember.
That's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of $4. Yeah. But what would it have been? What, 2?
I think less.
170?
170.
And that was seen as like you're spending
big
dough on
reddies.
it. I never had. I never got
Machinos.
I had Valentinos because that was the only thing I could.
That was after. That was even after that. Machinos is like we're going back to the Pradas. Pradas on your feet.
Yeah. What did you have?
Them days.
Yeah.
I had the Pradas and an Aquamaster. That was fine for me. The gel aqua, baby blue.
Oh, strong.
That was me, kind of. Evisu.
I had a young thing. I had a young Evisu. Like, so all the stuff you're looking at here is not what we're referring to, by the way. We're looking at this on the screen. You gotta go. Did you put pattern Moschino? Put pattern.
And I don't think you won't find a website for it. You gotta find an image.
Yeah. Put like 2001.
Yeah.
All right. Put 1999. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that kind of vibe.
So
Pattern
now you get
Moschino,
them.
2001. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they're going for like 125 as a
On eBay.
Yeah.
That's the originals, you know.
Those were the
originals.
Pattern Moschino, you know.
Yeah, 250.
Every time I think of Pattern Moschino, I always think of Heartless Crew.
Yeah.
Monty Bushkin, Mighty Mo, them man there that man used to be heavy in it.
Fashion probably does what's it? 20-year cycles.
Was that fashion?
20-year cycles.
I'm not. We've spoken about this before. I'm not really a fashion man like that.
In like, for example, you can guess that if a Hirachi was in the year 2000, it would be back in around between 20 and 25 years. Same for baggy.
Clint's bringing the Hirachis back, don't it?
Yeah.
Them back, yeah.
Do you know what's crazy? Before I even saw that shoe, I looked at a Hirachi and I thought, I think it's time to bring back Hirachis. And then I saw him do it. I thought, no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Obviously, time is of the essence, unfortunately, gang. So let's just move on very quickly. Did you see the Krept Konan thing?
Yes.
You see that?
Was it 4% of?
So basically, they revealed that they were opening a supermarket.
Yeah.
And then they took a picture or whatever. They teased it before, where he was talking about something that they were working on and blah blah blah. Then they announced it, and then someone went on company's house and started looking at the percentage. Yeah, the shares and that. Yeah, and like, I wanna just start this off by saying, like, see, when it comes to talking about investments, yeah, whatever the percentage is, I'm always on that.
Oh,
I love
100%.
investment conversation.
100%.
Whether you have 100% on something or 1% on something, I am always on having that conversation.
Yeah.
Because investments, when you have a little bit of money, investments I think is just very important. But the other thing is that Krept Konan, throughout their whole career, they've never been able to catch a break, you know.
No, yeah, it's true.
They have not been able to
whatever
catch
they
one.
do, it seems to never be enough.
Scrutinised.
Yeah.
To bits.
But hold on, do they still have Krept and Cones?
No.
Because that was a decent.
No, they still have that.
No.
They sold it.
It's closed. It's closed.
What?
It's closed. Go on.
Yeah, they never seem to be able to do something where everyone says, no, they did, bro. Look at Nala's baby.
Yeah.
No,
right.
you can't.
No, but yeah.
No, I'll be honest,
You're right.
Most people shouldn't even be throwing stones because Krept is in an ivory tower.
Yes.
To get it, like, his thing is actually kind of foolproof. Like, what do we want? What do you want from him? 4%, I get it. It's not what they want to see when they go on company's house.
No.
But 100% of nothing is still nothing.
It isn't. And I look, I understand, yeah. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that, like, I don't understand where people's thoughts were going from a surface-based level. From a surface-based level, if you announce that you're opening something, most people will just assume that you own the majority
or
of
at
it.
least a hefty-ish.
A hefty.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That you'll own like 60, 70% or whatever. You might go into business with somebody else who has some expertise. I definitely get it. And the way that it was unveiled to the person who is surface-based, I could see how when they then find out that it's 4% or whatnot, it's like, well, it isn't what they're making it out to be. Yeah. But though, I don't think that they ever said, I don't think they announced it as like a black-owned supermarket though. They didn't do that. They just said that they were opening one. Yeah. That didn't mean that it was just like, oh, it was just a black-owned thing. But also, like, you see even the 4% thing in that, like, Let me tell you something. I don't know what that's going to end up doing.
Exactly.
But one thing I will tell you is, I'm not going to necessarily put anyone's name in stuff because I don't know what is public and what isn't, But you see, like, a 4% of certain types of company. Like, there's certain people, like, understand that there's people that have a very small percent of alcohol brands.
Yeah.
There's somebody who's got a small percent of alcohol brand that's valued at what? Let's say they got 4%. It's at the moment valued at 700 million.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is when you sell that?
Yeah, 28 million.
Crazy. You're your maths. Yeah, big up you still.
That's
good.
Good.
He's a money man.
That's good.
Yeah.
He's a money man.
I like that one.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bread, bro.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I think that there's obviously a bit of a miscommunication when it comes to stuff, but I know what their man were trying to do. They were trying to inspire in a sense.
Bro, I'll be honest, it's not even about what they're trying to inspire, bro. That is an achievement.
Yeah.
That's an achievement. Of course it is, bro. They own a percentage in. That's not just gonna be one Safeways. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's gonna be multiple, I would assume, and it will. As soon as you scale that, these are supermarkets. People go to them every day and they buy from them every day. Supermarket turnovers is different. It's not like what people like. You know what I'm saying? You're going there and you're buying spaghetti and broccoli, and all of this stuff. Like you go there and you do money on them. Yeah. So, like the turnover, like what that can make for them.
If that ends up flying, if Safeways ends up flying, if it ends up being like a Tesco's or some shit like that, that little 4% that everyone's laughing at,
bro,
mental.
Listen, there are people that are just laughing or like scrutinizing. Bro, it's the thing to do, in it, I guess, innit? You look at something that's not quite what you thought it was, and then you comment negatively. Like the internet's a negative place generally. So yeah, I looked at it. I commented, I just thought it's a big move. And then it's only like a couple of days later that I saw that everyone was scrutinizing it.
Same.
Like, but I think that's big. Big, yeah, I think it's big. But yeah, we'll wait and see. And let's be honest, there'll be pretty much no risk attached to that, I'd imagine, from their standpoint. Because there's a hefty chance that they're not putting in money. They own equity, but that equity will come at an exchange of whatever it is that they can do to use their brand as Krept Konan to make this fly and to make this make sense. It's not like they've put in. People would rather than put in 40 million to this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're up already. Leave them. Like they're way up.
Do you know? I will say this though. Do you know how I did know that the percentage was low?
The man in the middle.
Not the man in the middle. Yeah, because maybe he would have been maybe he would have been on the left. But nah, I'm joking about that. But I think it's more just, you know what? There would have been more play on words. When I watched it, when I looked at the picture, I thought, what's it called? I thought that they would have, in my head I was like, you know, like they're really good with words, innit? So they would have called it, you see like the way that they had Krept Konan, like they would have come up with a thing.
Yeah.
And then when I was looking at like the words on the side where it says fruit and veg and whatever, I just think that them man would have just switched up that to some other funny, not necessarily funny, but it would have been play on words or whatever. But that's not a knock on. That's
Bro,
not a knock.
It's a supermarket. There's only so much gimmicks. This is bread and butter shit. People need. It's the same like a laundrette or a whatever it is. These are black and white, like they're machines. You open them and they very rarely close quickly. You know what I'm saying? They might change hands and there might be. But supermarkets are supermarkets. They will stay in the same place for years to come.
Most people just don't understand how investments work, do they anyway?
I don't think it's difficult though. People who don't understand how investments work, I don't think it's difficult to understand that they have 4% of something that can make 100 million.
Yeah,
makes them 4 million.
Yeah.
What's the problem here?
Yeah. I just think people have an agenda against them personally.
Do you know what? It's just people like to create a stain. But I do like. I see the way that was unveiled is the way that the surface level thinker would think. Oh right, like they own it. So when they realize that they don't own it like that, then it's like a whole thing. But it's like, to me, it's kind of interesting. Like, what would make anyone go on company's house and quickly check that? Like, that's so mad to me. Like,
envy
no
though.
one
doing
that.
No, people are bored, and envy is one of those things. Like you can't even really control it. Like people don't want to feel like this, but people don't necessarily want to see everyone doing so well. Like these lot champion their achievements, yeah. Like you should be able to, but as soon as you do that, you blow yourself wide open to criticism or scrutiny, and someone's gonna the evil eyes. They're coming for you. That's why a lot of people just like to win in private. You don't have anyone on you.
Can I say as well, yeah, like you see, even with the argument of the way that they've unveiled it and the perception of how it looks, yeah, you see. In business, yeah. Let's just say, for example, now you own a percentage of something, right? And you are now using all of your resources to direct people towards this business.
Yeah.
And within doing that, you enhance the value of that business. You can then later on renegotiate that percentage and get more of it. So for me, the way that I also saw it is that I understand, all right, cool, people are saying, 4%, whatever, it's not what it seems, yeah. But it's like, them championing it as hard as of course they should anyway, because they're going to make bread from it.
Yeah.
But it's like, the more you do that, the more you can actually come back to the table and say, yeah, do you know what? Like, can we have a little look at that? Would you be up for doing that? Because I would be. If I own a company, 100%. If I own a company and I got someone who is like an investor who's just got like a small little percent, yeah, but they are going above and beyond to really push this stuff. And what they're doing actually is working.
Yeah.
It's raising value of the company. I might one day turn around to them and say, you know what? That's where the 4%, you know, you can get 15.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do it. They would have to come to you for it. You don't just give away percentages. That would be a really bad businessman.
True.
You could get bought out, and obviously that's it. You could buy your percentage off me.
That's true.
But I'm not just gonna give you that, because it's business. You get what you negotiate. That's as simple as it gets. And if you're not happy with what you get, you renegotiate if you can renegotiate. But they're not gonna. What's happened here has helped. Whether they've had to come under some scrutiny or not, is awareness. More the controversy has made it more big than just the initial post of well done, guys. The fact that everyone is complaining and talking about it helps the brand.
That's true.
Because they know it exists.
Yeah. And
what makes it even madder is now people are going to go there and the phones are going to be out. You don't put your phones out when you go Sainsbury's.
No.
Or thing. Now
people are going to be checking sell by dates and all that type of stuff. That's what's going to happen. They're going to get a lot of that.
They're going to
people are going to go there, sell by dates, or there isn't enough of that. There isn't enough of this. The fruit's moldy. All kinds of stuff. Bearing in mind, I went to Tesco's literally just yesterday, and they had a whole tray of. They had a whole tray of moldy lemons, a whole tray, literally a whole tray.
Why would
and you know what that does to somebody like me?
You're on a lemon thing right now, innit?
Bro, apple cider vinegar every morning, mixed with lemon. Yeah, a little bit of warm water every morning. Do you know what I had this morning? Let me tell you how much of a G I am this morning. Yeah, so I had that.
Yeah.
I drank that. That's the first thing I drank when I woke up. Then I just had fruit. So I had some oranges. I had oranges, cut some apples, cherries, lychees.
Cold.
And then that was that. And then after that, I had an oats porridge.
That's proper. Do you know what I had?
What?
Sweets and paracetamol.
Crazy.
But I think
and it's January.
This week
that stinks.
This is the worst January I've ever had in my life.
I thought you would have been.
I was doing dry. No, I can't. I'm injured, so I'm all or nothing.
What?
My foot, my ankle.
Oh,
it's still popped. I still can't
what happened with that again?
Broke it. Hairline.
On football.
Yeah, end of November.
It's mad.
So since then, I've just been eating, drinking. I was meant to do dry Jan. That was my actual thing. I was gonna do dry Jan. I think I've drank more days in January than I haven't.
So you can't train.
I can't run. I can go and
you can weight train.
I could do bicep, but it's depressing.
Yeah, I know.
Because I can't even push any. I can't push it.
It's your fault, though.
Why is it my fault? That I was a centre back.
I told you to rest. You didn't rest.
That I was a centre back.
No, I was centre back. I played centre back this game. Yeah.
Oh, so you're not usually a centre back.
I'm not usually a centre back, and I was CDM.
Okay.
Rodri kind of.
Yeah, strong.
But obviously due to selection issues, I'm the player I'm the player that can play everywhere. Like centre half. I was centre half and I was moving sick. 3 games in a row as a centre half.
Fair.
And then boom.
Yeah, training when you're injured is demotivating. It's hard. I mean, I'm still having that same.
Bro, I've had a hard start to the year. I'll be honest. I've had a hard last 9 weeks.
Go on.
Just because of this injury, it just put me over the Christmas period as well. It's not what I needed. All I've done, I put on an extra stone.
Oh, is your stomach round now?
Super round.
Oh shit.
Super round. But the get back is gonna be televised.
Okay.
Because I'm now, after this, I've got to go somewhere, but I'm going to go and buy apple cider vinegar. You know, like when you start buying stuff, like just to like plant your intentions.
Yeah.
I bought some protein just before I went to Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm readying up for what should be a big return to competitive football.
Okay, fair. I'm on right now, since I've come back from Jamaica and Dubai, now it's like the only thing other than stuff like that is I'm drinking water. That's it. And then no sweets, no chocolate, no bread.
Yeah, you're locking in.
But I'm not going mad. Like, it's not like a no meat or this, that. Like, I'm still doing all
just
that.
Just get rid of that.
Also, no
badness.
chips, but though, I can have chips if I want chips, but I have to make them myself. It can't be a McDonald's chips. Okay. It can't be a...
air fryer. You're air frying.
Yes.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like that kind of vibe.
Oh, what? Are you making them from the potatoes?
Nah, because that's a bit long.
Okay, yeah.
But I'll air fry it because it's, you get what I'm saying? It's better.
Feels better.
Yeah. But I'm not like, no McDonald's. Like, oh, that's the next thing. No, I can have takeout, but not junky takeout. Yeah. So no
not
KFC. Yeah, no KFC, no stuff like that.
All I had
was to go to a restaurant. Or
Abo Spice got you, innit?
Huh?
Abo Spice.
Oh my God, bro! Did I big them up already? Big up Frog Boss and them man there on Orange Street, downtown Kingston. Ibo Spice, the breadfruit burger. Yeah. You see when you what, brother? Crazy. Bro, I could not stop talking about this thing. It's mental, bro. It's actually, it tastes. It shouldn't taste that good.
That's crazy,
bro. It shouldn't taste.
And
then get them to put some plantain in it as well, bro.
Fruit burger. Hey, that makes perfect sense,
bro. It's honestly, yeah. Shawnee B introduced me to it and I couldn't believe it, bro. I couldn't even believe it. Oh, and also, whenever you do go to Jamaica, especially if you're doing a family thing and that, and you're going to spend a little something, G-Jam. Mm-hmm. Bro, G-Jam, Port Antonio.
Yeah.
Bro, it's beautiful. It's absolutely sensational, bro. Like, it is the perfect place that you could be with your brethren or family or gal or whatever it may be, and like it's just everything about G-Jam and Port Antonio together is just sensational. But anyway, what was I gonna mention? I wanted to bring up Trump. Oh wait, music or Trump? Wait, which one first?
Trump's. We gotta get to it. I was watching it live. I was watching it with you.
Yeah, me and H and you.
Watched
the whole
speech. Went crazy. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I was watching him do this live. It seemed like war. Yeah. He was just taking things back from places that have had things for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
He made 2 genders.
Right. He did that with his whole chest. That
everyone's. And do you know how many times he got the wheel up? He got big wheel ups.
Yeah, he was getting some big forwards. But you know what? It's weird, like watching him, yeah. I mean, I'm not highly skilled in this sector at all, yeah. But when I was watching him doing his thing, I'm saying to myself, like, it looks like a person who is like making big wholesale direct changes that are divisive, but they're like very poignant, and they may not all stick. They may not all stick, but that's the thing that will make people love him even more, though. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? That he's basically coming there and saying, you know what? Fuck the method and the way that these lot were doing stuff before. Let's forget that now. These are all of the things that is happening. These are all of the things that I'm gonna do. And a lot of the time I see, this is not me saying that I'm for this guy or even against this guy. I'm just saying a lot of the time I see people saying the things that they are gonna do, and then over time they do nothing. Whereas I actually think that he's gonna do everything that he says that he's gonna do. So it just now has to be, what does it look like for the liberty of the people over there over a period of time? Is it going to be better or is it going to be worse? The man pardoned a whole bunch of people that were rioting on his behalf.
Yeah.
He said, "What, you lot went in jail for what I okay
He said,
pardon."
Bro, you know what it is? He's the first president I've personally seen move like a big dog.
Yeah.
Like moving like a president. Because you always assume that the president is still somehow, and he is to a certain degree, but somehow on puppet strings. And someone else is controlling the narrative and what they say and what they do, and they're writing their speeches for them, and it's a big team around them and above them that makes the president's decisions for him. You don't get that impression with Trump.
Yeah. It
Trump,
does. It definitely looks like he's the one who's calling the shot.
He definitely don't mind being the face of this at all. Like, he is the one saying, he's basically saying to China, no more. Even the countries that you're rocking with, that we've got half a say in, we're taking that back. He took back the river in Panama.
Yeah.
He took back the Gulf of Mexico.
Yes.
Like, the guy is moving mad.
Man wants to call it the Gulf of America.
No, it's already changed.
It's already changed.
It's already changed. He done it. Signed all the executives.
So this is what I mean. This is a guy. You know, like, there are some people that when they say something, it's as good as done. Trump strikes me as that kind of guy, and I feel like he's been that from the beginning because he is an astute businessman. Let's be totally honest. Like, his whole thing is based around business.
Yeah.
He is a convict as well,
Yeah.
but they not pardoned him, but they gave him a no penalty conviction or something like that just before his inauguration. Like, he is the one. He seems to have all the cards. He's got the Joker in the pack. He's got them all. So when he says this stuff, you have to. He's gonna stand on it. You know.
Yeah.
He's gonna stand on business 100%. China will have been looking at that thinking, "Oh man."
Do you think
he is? Yeah, because you know what he is. Yeah. He behaves like a dictator. He might not be one, but he comes across like he is the modern day. He's halfway between like Putin and Conor McGregor.
Fucking hell.
You know what I mean? Like, as in, he is the big dog, but he's also, it's like, you think it's a joke, but he's not. He actually said he was going to take back the Gulf of Mexico, and it's already done.
Yeah. But I think my speculation with the China thing is that, like, I think that China will always have a high level of confidence when it comes to war.
Yeah.
And that field of it, yeah. But my speculation is with Trump, it's like, this is maybe the one time that they are keeping a bit more of a stronger eye on him because they don't necessarily know. Well, actually, you know exactly where Trump stands, but I think like it's more like, okay, we really need to keep an eye on this Don. Whereas before it was like, these lot think like the Americans think that they're the dog's bollocks, but we know that they ain't, and they know that we know that they're not on nothing.
Yeah.
However, this time he might step out of line a little bit, so we need to just
Facts.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what do you think about the TikTok thing though?
I don't even know really what happened there. I know that they wanted it sold to the American arm, sold to an American person so that they can have I think they just
had a
want
lot to
control
do
of
with data, they were saying.
Yeah, but you know, America are very good at creating and I'm not saying it's a lie, but they're very good at creating excuses and problems and then wanting to be the solution for the created problem that they've talked about. Some of these problems did not exist. This is a social media app, and I know they're saying it's being used to rig elections and do this and do that and da-da-da-da-da.
But everything is.
But ultimately, they just want control of it. Because they're not saying... They're not just trying to ban it. They're saying we want it to go to an American... They want to own all the big ones. Instagram... Facebook, Twitter.
They've got Twitter.
They want all of that in
X.
US... Yeah, X. They want it all in US hands.
Yeah.
Because if they can control it, they can control... narratives, rhetoric.
Doesn't it feel like a little bit of like a slight bit of a marketing ploy though, in a sense? Like,
who wins?
It just, I don't know, but it just felt a little bit like, okay, there's gonna be this ban in America on TikTok, right? Now, TikTok is a.
He said he's not gonna ban it.
Yeah, he's turned around already.
Yeah, but let me land. Yeah,
sure.
So, there's apparently gonna be this ban, right? And obviously TikTok is huge amongst a major demographic within the world, but especially in America, and it's so evident within the West as well, Now, there's all of this stuff that's going on and whatnot, and then it just so happens to be that as soon as it's time for him, when everyone is in shit street, everyone's panicking, because remember, people were in panic mode. People have their businesses through TikTok and that. All of a sudden, Trump sort of just saves the day in a way where it's like, don't worry, on the day of him being the president as well, don't worry, it's cool. I've patented it, something, It's not banned yet. I'm just still working on it. But it just makes him look even more like the guy. Yeah. And then for me, it's like the timing of it just seemed a bit coincidental to me. Yeah. And it could just be what it is. Maybe I'm just looking too deeply into it. But it was like, for me, subconsciously, if I'm not a Trump supporter and I don't even really care about politics that much, but I'm social media head and I'm a TikToker, and all of a sudden TikTok's not working anymore, and I know there's going to be a ban and I'm making a little money off it. But this guy has basically just said, no, don't worry, we've got a few more days, I'm patenting it. Like, naturally, I'm going to have a little... That's course. More votes.
Yeah.
100%. It's more votes.
100%. And when it's all said and done, he wasn't really up against that much anyway. Yeah, in terms of like, when you look at a leader, people don't like Trump because they don't like Trump. But as a leader, that was the standout guy. Anyway, he is a leader. He might lead you into some bullshit, but he's a leader. He will stand on it. I think it's just time to start. I remember doing this I've done this a few times with Undertaker, with Alexander Usyk, like thinking they're gonna lose, and they just don't lose. They refuse to lose. They eventually lost WrestleMania 20 after 23 or whatever it is. Yeah, but I'm done with doubting Trump now. I'm done doubting and thinking that was planned. I think happenstance seems to just happen for him, and I think it has his whole life.
You think so?
Yeah, I think, bro, he's been successful in pretty much everything he's touched, and there's some things that don't need to make any sense. When he comes to the field, shit moves for him.
I hear you,
and I just think he's one of those people.
I hear you still, because you do get those people where it's just like,
bro, everything he's touched. Obviously, there'll be certain things that he's touched that haven't worked, but he's been successful, bro, from the jump. From when Trump was a teenager, he was making major moves. Shit moves for him.
Either how he moves is gonna be really, really bad, or it's gonna be really, really good. I don't think that there's gonna be so much of a middle ground, and I think that's probably what the people need, because for a long time it's like you have all of these different political figures that come in, and it's like anytime that there's a change, it always just feels like it's a super negative one. Yeah. And so now it looks like the people have been looking for a drastic one, and the chances are you're always probably going to get a drastic change from the right side than you are from the liberal side. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, facts. You're not going to get so much of a major change like that. But, you know, I think when it comes to for money people, there's going to be a lot of people that will benefit off that. When you're looking at, the way I go on X, and every time I go on X, one of the first things I always see is Elon.
Yeah.
He's just fucking tweeting left, right, and center, and I'm like, a part of me is like, is this right?
Bro, because think about it, Elon is tapped as well.
He's bought a humongous social media platform, and he is using it for his own political agenda.
Of course.
It feels like it's a conflict of interest, but it's not, is it?
It really is. No, it is. Well, it's definitely...
It's not illegal what he's doing.
It's not illegal, but what he's doing is...
Should it be? When
you've got the three big social media apps, and they run the world. They run how people think, essentially, if you can get control of them and then manipulate them, that's what these lot are doing. Like, that's what these lot have been doing since Facebook. This all started from Facebook.
Yeah.
Where they were saying, no, Facebook is being used to rig shit, and then all of a sudden they're like, hold on, wait, we gotta get the rest.
Yeah,
like we gotta use the rest. It's hard to tap in on. It's harder to tap in on Instagram, but TikTok, where people sit there and get in a TikTok hole, Twitter, where people just, or X, where people just voice their opinions and thoughts. That is the think tank. That's the echo chamber. If we can get control of that, we're gone.
He's actually currently not. I don't want to use the word fighting for his life at the moment, but it feels like there's like I think he's feeling like there's a smear campaign towards him.
Who, Elon?
Yeah, because at that inauguration thing, he did the.
Don't do it.
What?
That's his left-handed. No, it's fine.
Yeah, don't come on, bro. I wasn't even gonna. You get what I'm saying? What's it called though? What do they call it? It's the Nazi
German Nazi salute.
The Nazi salute, but isn't it called something else?
What, he did that?
They're saying that he did it.
Yeah,
but he's not saying that he did it. He's just saying he was showing love in however.
I give you my heart, is what he said.
Yeah, I was giving you my heart.
Anyway, no, these not.
But he was really.
You know, these lot are bookie, bro. They're all super bookie. Is he Jewish?
I thought that he was like the reason why that didn't seem right to me is because I thought that he was like with the Jewish people. Then
he did that shit.
Is he not with the Jewish people?
Of course he did.
He did that shit.
Okay.
He said he's friends with the Jews.
I suppose it's out there.
He did that shit. No. Watch this, bro. He done it like a couple of times, bro. Watch this, bro. This is bonkers. I can't. But
bye.
What?
Yeah. Wait. There's the next one. What?
Yeah.
Boom. Bye. Boom. But though, like, do you know what it is, Dan?
Everything is calculated, isn't it?
Dan, do you know what it is? It's like sometimes I don't always want to believe that things are that deep and that things are that hidden, but sometimes it is.
It is. Now seeing that.
But then my thing is,
that first one he could have got away with, But once you send the second one to VAR, that's straight down the line,
It is.
Can I also say,
But why though? If it is that deep, let's just say, for example, that deep? There's a big hidden meaning behind it or whatever, Why there?
Because he can.
No, remember their thing is to hide in plain sight.
Yeah.
Can I also remind you that everybody forgets that. Everybody remembers the Nazis as the people that killed 6 million Jews.
Yeah.
Right? But they were a nationalist party. They were for Germany, right?
Yeah.
This guy's for America, bro. Like I'm not mad at the nationalist.
And to be fair, that Nazi symbolics, I know it. Like even I forgot what it's called. Their symbol.
Swastika.
Yeah, swastika.
It's been like that hand sign, that actual symbol. It's only recently with them. It's belonged to other sections of things before. So who knows what that meant? But we can't assume that was just him doing that.
Yeah, but here's my. But let me just to your point though. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but in this current climate, in the way that people feel about the way Jews have a hold on society, it seems like an odd thing to do as a thing that is anti what they are about. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I would have expected, if anything, for him to show extreme sympathy to Israel over Palestine more than anything. Right. But for him to do that is like, that's a counteract to that. Yeah. Because you could say, on the other hand, if it wasn't him that was doing that, you could say that he could be a Palestinian extremist then. Because it's like, he's showing, I don't fuck with them, man, so much. I'm prepared to stand up and do the same. Mm. So, I don't know, because from one moment, I'm like, okay, he's with them. That's their. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. They're obviously doing some type, whatever it is. Yeah. But then to say that he's now doing the Nazi sign is like, is he? But it looks so.
Trump's pro-Israel,
so
right?
obvious.
Trump's pro-Israel, right?
Yeah.
Every American president is pro-Israel.
Of course.
Yeah. It's basically America.
Not the guy who died recently, though.
Yeah, the one who he died at the end of the year, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, he was buried at the end of the year. His funeral was. Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway, look, there's a dark underworld there, and if you start pulling back the curtain, there's a lot to be seen.
But if you run a social media site, even if you were to do that, you could run the narrative that it was an accident anyway, bro. It's like, regardless, like
not on X, not on Twitter. Because Twitter, you can just talk your mouth off to bits, and millions of people can do it.
He's definitely pro free speech. He's been saying that, but like my point is that you're an intelligent man. You run hella companies. You know what that means.
Yeah, of course.
You know
what that means. Regardless, it's like cool. Now maybe he's gone all the way to the evolution of whatever the Nazi salute began from, where it was originally I give you my heart, but it's synonymous for something else, bro. And
and you know, in this current climate,
you know what you're doing.
And it's not a natural movement. It's like if it was sent to VAR, that's not the natural.
Yeah, you wouldn't just
that's
say
not the natural movement. Like you
like
don't
you
do that to that.
Yeah,
You
might. If anything, you're more gonna be like, yo, bro, like, what are you doing? Like,
or the two,
or you might be like, yo, Dan,
or like kissing.
Dan.
I love
Yeah.
The
The hand shouldn't go.
I love
yeah,
it.
or at least like that.
You're not gonna go.
Like at least like that would have made more sense. Because the hand.
Techie. That's techie. That one's techie.
That's also.
That's techie.
They done that one to Hitler. That one was for everyone.
Is
and
it?
then that one was to.
Oh man,
bro, that's techie.
When
More Dan, you're my guy. You get what I'm saying? I appreciate
like,
that.
I guess if the shoulder goes above.
When you start,
it's
you
like
see when your
this
elbow
area
comes
here.
up like that. That's when you're now gaining different.
Yeah, you can only really go. You're better off shoulder rolling and doing a dab.
Yeah, you're dabbing.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, if you can
turn that into
disguise it by flinging this one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, I love the way that you know what I'm saying? And you could do it like that.
Yeah.
Bro, that was mad. I love that.
Yeah, look, this is.
But it's where you can't leave the shoulders. When
you come from here, that's mental.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is the image that like is hilarious to me. It's like the difference in it. Call the waiter. That's Nazi. That's call a taxi. Child, pet dog. So that's the red.
What
zone.
are you looking at, by the way?
You don't go into that.
What are you
zone.
looking at?
Just an image of like hand salutes or how you use your hand, and like there's a red zone, which is a Nazi salute.
Also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life.
Look at his face. Boris is there.
We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based. As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
You see the he's saying that forge a society of it being colorblind and that. I'm not on that though. Do you know what it is as well? Like I think because I get what he's saying on things need to be merit based. I hear that, but like I don't want to twist it too much. But it's like I don't really like it when I hear people say, "Oh, like I don't see color."
Yeah,
because I'm like, no, you should see color.
That's white privilege
there's nothing,
itself, bro.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with seeing. It's good to see color. It's good to see differences and nuances and open your mind and your heart to understanding elements of that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that will help you understand sometimes why people do the things that they do or move the way that they move. Or it might also help you into understanding how their expertise in or how they live their life in a way can help with a business or a company or moving forward or whatever else. If we're just trying to do the whole like I don't see color, like it's just got to be off merit. It's like
it can work only if the person is what's the word, has like pure intentions, because you can use that in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it means I'm not giving you that. Merit is tough. I don't know, man. It just it takes out all the diversity quotas and all of the things that like companies need to meet. A company must have X amount of this and X amount of that, and
and you can
get
still
rid
do
of
that.
that.
I think you can still do diversity with merit.
Exactly.
So
What he's doing is all based. It's all based on depends on the intention. If the intention is pure, then I haven't really got a big problem with it. But I just think it's dangerous.
Yeah, because the colorblind thing I'm not really on. Alright, cool. I know obviously you got to leave. The one thing I just want to mention before you go though is did you see that Bonnie and Lily are warring?
They're warring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I feel like I hate the fact that I know this information, by the way.
Me too.
But I actually knew that they were going to be beefing before they were beefing. And I hate the fact that I feel like I knew that. Because I've been so intrigued in how mad they're moving. Yeah. I've been obviously looking at their TikToks and whatever else, yeah. And obviously Bonnie just did the 1,000 man thing, innit?
I'm never go on TikTok. Is that where their bag is really? Is it more TikTok than
Nah, I think it's everywhere, but yeah, it is kind of actually, because what they do is, I hate the fact that I know this as well, but because they get shadow banned, they post the same thing over and over and over and over again, so that something can get attraction. You get me? But basically, Bonnie did the world record, which was 1,057 man in one day. Yeah, and
what is there? Someone there just counting? There has to be.
Must be,
or a camera, or
yeah. Apparently, it was done by professionals. Like it was a professional setup and that. But when she said that she was doing 1,000 man, I hate the fact that I know this, but I'm sure I heard Lily say that she was gonna go to America and she was gonna do she was gonna try and break the world record by doing 1,000 men. And I remember that because I remember thinking she could be in for one hell of a ride if she's gonna do that in America.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh!
She is gonna be in for one hell of a ride there, because boy. But anyway, Bonnie just did it. So I'm saying I don't know why they're warring. Why don't you just go and do 1,058?
58. That's it.
Just go and do that. But I can't, bro. Honestly, I do find it fascinating in one sense, because I'm like, I can't believe that this is a thing. What? You're laughing at me like you've been there.
No, I'm just.
Did you know that? I can't remember. One of their mums is there, her PA, bro. One of her mums is
I
like,
think it's Lily.
orders the books, does the booking. It's crazy.
But I can't believe that this is. I can't believe it's a thing. I can't believe it, bro.
Could these be AI?
Nah, man.
I don't believe. A part of me don't believe that it's actually happening.
Because they're like, on a good day, they're kind of loud, you know.
I'm telling you. Let's not like Lily is not bad food,
bro. And then Bonnie is decent food.
I don't know about Bonnie.
I don't know about Bonnie.
Less so. I mean,
I feel like Bonnie's. I don't know about Bonnie. She looks like she's.
I think they're both.
I don't even want to.
What? Like, as in, like, it's not like they're wrong-uns, is it? They don't look.
Nah.
They don't look. Like, as in, like, they don't look like they're never gonna have really a problem getting 1,000 man.
Can I be honest with you? I think the men are more wrong-uns than them.
100%.
No.
100.
I'm sure I saw a video of a man who took off his socks.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that. I saw a man on the stairs with their socks off.
She's
and
chopping like just.
That man's a psycho.
18, bro.
Huh?
They're chopping guys who just turned 18. Now, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that's a bit. But
she's
like, going to the uni campus.
You flip that one, and it's a brother going around chopping barely 18-year-olds.
Yeah, that's great. That's
come on, man.
That's bonkers. I hear you.
I think they're as dangerous as what's his name? That guy, the brothers, the Tate brothers. I think they're as dangerous to the younger generation. I think they're as dangerous.
I think it is a god.
Why do you say Tate is dangerous to the younger generation?
Because of his mentality is mad, but it's like to somebody with a mature brain, they can assess whether or not that's something they want to take in. But when you're pushing it to the younger generation, it's dangerous. It changes.
Give me a message that he's pushing.
If you want to make bread, sign up to my thing. Give me money and I'll make you more money. Whatever. It's like a Ponzi scheme kind of vibe. Yeah. That's just an example off the top of my head, right?
Yeah, but Tate's thing was about empowering men because at a time where it felt like men had been emasculated. And
but what cost,
bro? So, see with the Tate, because this is a different conversation. I get where you're going with it, yeah. But what I think Tate is trying to do might be seen as like an extreme element of it within some of his processes, but elements of it, of what he's saying, is true. You can understand, okay, cool, like he's on the money here, but some of his methods and the way that he does certain things could be seen as extreme, especially if you're a young youth, yeah? But this is just very different.
No, what I'm saying
is girls bagging 1,000 guys in a day.
No, what I'm saying is that you have these three people like Bonnie and Lily, Andrew Tate and Donald Trump, yeah, who move in a certain way that they don't care how impressionable children are, and their directions towards children are mad. Like the way they speak, there's no filter kind of vibe. So when a child is so impressionable, like you wouldn't want your daughter or your son to be listening or watching anything from Bonnie Blue, Lily Phillips, Donald Trump, or Andrew Tate because of the messages that could be perceived from that. We're mature enough to listen to whatever they're saying and whatnot and divulge for ourselves, like, what is, that's right, that's wrong, ooh, that might work. Yeah. But like you said, he says something that's true. That means that everything else must be true to a 12-year-old, bro. Like, that's why it's dangerous.
100%.
And it's the same way with these, like, I think that, like, them, like, over-sexualizing the younger generation with the way they're moving, it's like, it's very dangerous.
Yeah, they're going to like college campuses and that and just and then saying bring your dad as well.
Yeah, youngers are mad.
And some of them are doing that.
Yeah, I know. Man are coming with their
some of them are coming with their dad and their uncle, and like there was one where I think they were both together, weren't they? And then the whole estate pulled up. Did you see that? Yeah. Better the man them just there. Like bury them. I don't know. Look, I just think, I hear, look, you're very right in what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, even with that being said, I think when you are at a certain age within your life and a certain stage, for you to be going there and doing that speaks a lot about the society that we're in today. For men to be standing next to another man in a lobby waiting for a 1 minute turn or a 2 minute turn is absolutely insanity. Man are going there with roses. Man are man are going there with look. But also, do you know what some people are doing though? To be fair, some are going there with very RE vibes. Like they're going there and putting bare bruises on them. You know
what?
Yeah, bro. They're biting off their lip, biting their shoulders, bruises on the legs, and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So some men are not necessarily going there with this is the wrong one as well. Some men are not necessarily going on a vibe of, you know what? I want to be part of the experiment and bust my thing off or whatever. Yeah. Some men are going on this thing of, I'm going to fuck the absolute dog shit out of you stupid.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know what you're
You understand what I'm saying? Like, and then going there and biting and doing all of that kind of stuff. It's just nuts, bro.
Have you seen this?
You know what's going to happen? I predict what's going to happen, yeah? One of them is going to end up still being a multi-millionaire. And then she's going to do the Stephen Bartlett thing and talk about how she's made it and whatever. And it's going to be one set of barling.
I think it's far worse than that. I think this ends bad. Real bad.
You see this one that happened this week?
With
someone's mum came to the Bonnie Blue.
Yeah. How did she know about that?
Boy.
How did the mum know?
The mum must know. You know, like some mums, they know if they got an unruly kid, and they just know. They just
Jamaican
know
as well, you know.
Is it?
Well, you ain't heard it. Let me find it for you.
That one sounds like he put it on his snap. His sister saw, or his cousin.
Right
saw,
then.
Mumsy, and Mumsy's gone. Yeah, no.
Bonnie who?
Bonnie.
What, and he was
do
up.
What?
Bonnie who?
Just sitting around with an 800 man waiting to.
800 man, bro. 800
crazy,
bro. 800 man waiting for a 1 minute turn.
You're asking for it. You're asking for it.
Otherwise, I get the police to come for you. Put on your clothes now and come out.
Man was there with his socks off.
Was it him with his socks off?
No, but she's telling him to put his clothes on, so he's obviously going in there half ready.
Find your coat. Very sharp, please. He's unacceptable to me. Get them more annoyed. He's coming now.
Yeah, it's mad. I completely lost my train of thought.
Oh my gosh.
You said it was gonna end badly. Somehow.
No, I was gonna say fucking.
Or Stephen Bartlett. You said they're gonna end up.
No. I've lost it. But yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's just. Oh, that's it. Stephen Bartlett. So he did there was a pod he did recently, and I should write the stat down. But he did some research, and it was like, the percentages in how much the percentages have dropped within men having sexual encounters with women.
Is it?
I remember I've said this bare times on the pod, by the way.
Yeah,
that I've said, trust me when I tell you, not a lot of men are having sex like that. Like, not a lot of men know what it's like to feel a woman. Really, when you bro, think about, like, you got to look at it from just a very average point of view. Yeah. And I don't say average to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
I mean, just the average guy who's just working an average job. the chances are, by the way, this is some of what Tate would be saying, by the way, but there's different thing. But it's like, the average guy might just be working an average job or whatever, but more often than not, the woman that he's on will be looking way above him as the type. So he might be a certain height, he might have make a certain amount of money, he might have like all of these different types of things where the average guy doesn't necessarily have that. Also adding to the fact that women don't necessarily shoot their shot, do they? So a man will go and he'll shoot his shot or whatnot, but then the majority of the time he's gonna be rejected in some way, So now that rejection brings your it brings your what do you call it? You know, like your I can't.
Your pull down, basically.
Yeah, it's like your vibe, innit?
Yeah.
It's like your self-esteem.
Yeah.
Each time that you're trying to make a shot, it's like your self-esteem is getting lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And it's like now enough men at home trying to make something work through the thumbs or whatnot, through apps or whatever else. But it's like when it's time to actually, if you can actually get a date over the line, it's like, I really?
Are you match fit?
Yeah, can you even really do that? Now, next minute now, you have the other thing of, is your thing even going to stand up because you might even be mad nervous? You might even be insecure about the size of your thing anyway. Then it's like, you might only, once you go inside now, you might only have two. You get what I'm, as soon as you go inside now, you can start feeling you're going to bust already. Now you're thinking, do you get what I'm saying? Enough men don't know what that feels like. And that's why when you have a service provided where you're getting someone who's not dead, saying, you know what, you can get a 2 minute, fling on the belly. Fling on the belly and come check me. All you need to do is be over 18. Man are going there with their 100%. Socks off in straight jeans, ready. ready. And even then, I can almost guarantee you that in that scenario, where it's just so what that is, I bet a lot of them still can't even stand up.
Pressure.
100%. You got 2 minutes.
You got 2 minutes. You need to get in there. You need to get in there warm.
Yeah.
Realistically, I like.
And let me tell you something about me. Yeah, I don't necessarily work like that unless see if we're building a vibe. If we're building a vibe and we know what it is when it's time to link, then I'm like, we can walk in a room and I'm in moments. I'm ready. But we've already built something. If it's
just a business transaction.
If it's a business transaction and I got to stand there and stroke me off amongst the next man, I ain't got that in the locker. Yeah. I ain't got it.
So is there an audience when they're banging? Oh, I guess there'll be people in the room, of course.
Yeah, there'll be a couple of people in the room. A man are just going, obviously, as you could imagine, that some men are just going 100 miles an hour, bro. Yeah. Just trying to get it off. But I just want to you can leave if you want, but I just want to just do the Mobo thing. I think you mentioned it.
Yeah, I gotta go anyway.
You put the category up. Not the Mobo, Brits.
Sure.
One guy who produced the Brits.
You on a website?
25 years was in it the other day.
Was that?
One old man who produced the Brits for like 25 years was in it the other day.
Is it? Yeah.
Are we only caring about like what we spoke about or the whole nominations?
Shit, I need to definitely. He meant love.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah, love. So, honourable shout out to Central C, by the way. I'm going to do a pod talking about the album. Big up Central. Have you listened to Central's album yet?
I have.
What do you think of it?
I think it's alright.
I think it's good, bro.
I didn't deeply listen to it, but like I listened to like there was one freestyle.
Top freestyle.
Cold.
Yeah.
Very serious.
St. Patrick's I thought was hard.
Yeah.
The Skepta 110.
Yeah.
Like what I like about that is I'm happy that him and Skepta has done a tune where Skepta is like at where he's comfortable. So like Skepta can rap. What are you looking for?
Keys.
Oh. Skepta can rap. He can do like the 105 BPM, the 100 BPM thing, whatever. But I always feel like he's at his best where he's 140. His clarity is sick.
Yeah.
He can get like all of the things that he wants to say. He can get that off. And he just seems cold. And I think we all love and respect A lot of us love and respect Skepta. But with an album that's had such a big rollout and is going to get so many ears all around the world, yeah, especially from a younger demographic, I want people to hear Skepta where he is comfortable, where he can really, really bar and get it off. So I thought that was sick. The song with him and Dave, I liked.
I like that a lot.
I like that song.
CRG.
I think that is a cold song. I don't know if it's... I'm not sure if it's my favourite Dave and Sench song, but I do think that my favourite Dave and Sench song, when I think about my favourite Dave and Sench song, it's probably a song that wouldn't be anyone's favourite at all, actually. It might be our 25th birthday.
I think that
tune is super hard because they're both really, really speaking in that. And that's one thing I'd like about Sench's album as well, to be honest with you, is that like Sench is talking. Like there's a lot of things that he's doing that rappers do anyway, where it's like you're kind of going over the same thing. So yeah, cool, we know that you sold food. And we know that, like, you know, you're chucking a lot of models and all of that, yeah. But what makes someone good is being able to do it, say the same thing in different ways, a bunch of different times, and it's still being engaging in it. And in amongst it, giving other elements of context if you are a person who is telling a story or trying to paint a picture. And there's just bare things that he said in it that I just rated. I just thought was good.
Yeah.
I thought was really good. I thought the production was good. I thought the way that the album flowed was pretty good. If there was any negatives, because I want to, like, if there was a negative,
I don't think there's enough.
I need to listen to it more.
Yeah.
I just need to listen to it more because the album came out today on the day of recording. So, I don't know. I just listened to it from the beginning to the end and thought this actually flows good. It's actually just good.
Yeah.
It's actually good. Anyway, the nominees for Brit Awards, yeah, is Central C, Dave Getz, Little Sims, and Stormzy. And what is the category?
The category is
hip hop, grime,
and
rap
act.
So we were having just a small, tiny, mini debate in our WhatsApp group. So why did you bring this up, by the way? Because you thought what?
I brought it up because the only two people that dropped a project last year were Getz and Sims.
Out of all of them.
And Sench and Stormzy both dropped singles and Dave didn't drop at all. And I just don't understand as to why. And it's no disrespect to the artists themselves, but I just don't understand why, like, you can drop a single. I don't understand why you can drop a single and be nominated for Best Act. Why you haven't dropped anything and you can still be nominated for Best Act.
Well, Dave hasn't dropped anything, so I don't know why Dave's there.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's not to say that he's not an
Dave is a guy.
Artist.
That's my favorite. He's my favorite.
But
Dave's my favorite. But yeah, Dave will. I'll be honest with you. If Dave's at the Brit Awards, I'll be hella surprised. I don't think he's gonna be there.
And I look at this and I think to myself, well, Bashi's dropped an incredible album.
Yeah.
Potter dropped 3.
Yeah.
3 projects, and I'm like, how are they not in that? And it's not to say that people aren't deserving of being nominated. I just think that if somebody could explain it to me, it would be great.
Well, I think that the way that the Brits look at it is that, firstly, it's actually not Best Album. Yeah. They haven't said it as Best Album or Song of the Year or anything like that. They've just mentioned Best Act. So if you look at Central, even though his album's just come out now, maybe it still fits within the cycle, I don't know. But band for band, what that has done for him on an international scale is just huge. If you saw, did you ever see the clip of when he came out at Travis Scott's concert in the Tottenham Stadium?
No.
It got a massive forward amongst these kids that are just going mad.
Yeah.
Him, Little Baby's on that, innit?
Yeah.
Little Baby's on that.
For band,
yeah. So I think, like, the way that they do things, if it's big enough and it's streamed enough, if the numbers are high enough, then it's enough to go in. Do you know what I mean? And also, last year, Central had Doja Cat, which was fucking humongous.
Yeah.
And he didn't win. They gave that to H.
Which he mentioned in the album. He mentioned that in the album.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. H had Baby. I don't even think H didn't even, if I remember rightly, yeah, that song didn't even go number one. That was like Sprinter was still holding that place
for years.
Yeah, so yeah, it was interesting that they did that still, but whatever. But their thing is mainly based on numbers more than anything. And with the Brit Awards, as I was saying in the group, it's like the reality is that this is just not even our thing anyway.
No, I know it's not.
It's not our thing. It's like they've had a method that has been going on for however many years. We literally talked about this on the pod, like literally 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I think that episode Julia Denuga was on. It was a long time ago. But the only real reason why you'll see this happening is because it's just undeniable now. You need to have something. If it was done properly, you wouldn't have all those genres mixed together anyway.
For factos.
You wouldn't. So really and truly, the emphasis is more on our award shows to not do that. That was one of the reasons why Poet was so passionate and so anti against the MOBO Awards, because the MOBOs did that. When they put like hip hop and rap, and it's like, this is the music of black origin. You are not supposed to do that. There's supposed to be a clear separation within our thing. GRM Awards, same thing. You're supposed to set the standard in and understand the differences between the genres and award people accordingly.
Yeah.
The Brit Awards, big man.
Yeah, but it's also like, this is, I think for me it's a bit more deeper, because I look at it as like, this is somebody who doesn't, let's say they're so detached from it.
Yeah.
Right? And they look at this, and this is their entry point to hip hop, grime and rap. This is their entry point. These 5 artists. Now, it's not a bad one. They're not bad entry points. No,
at all.
But they're not accurate for the year. They're great entry points for in a general sense. But like for what came out in the year,
Sims dropped though.
Sims dropped in 2024. Yeah, she dropped.
Didn't she drop twice?
She dropped once. I think she dropped one the year before.
Let me just have a look here.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, she dropped. It's called Drop 7. I can't remember that though. What was on this again? Because I love it. Oh yeah. She did drop. Oh no, she didn't. Yeah, twice. She just dropped once. But look, the methods in how they do it may not necessarily seem right to us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it's not a surprising list of artists that you would think that they would do.
It's not.
For what the Brit Awards would do. Because I don't think that the Brit Awards care that deeply about these genres of music. I think it's just covering a basis, really. Yeah. And sorry, just go back to it quickly.
Which one?
Just go back to the hip hop. So it's Gets, Cinch, Dave, Sims, Storms. Storms obviously had that big record with Chasing Status, which went number 1 a couple of times. And I know Poet was saying, just having one, that, which was kind of your point. It's like having one single, but that's actually how the Brits is. Even with pop acts, it's like there'll be an artist in there somewhere that's just had one really big record.
Yeah.
And they will get a nomination based off of that. Now, it may not necessarily be, it won't be in Best Album or whatever. It will just probably be in Song of the Year. But they're just not gonna put, Sench isn't making Song of the Year. Stormzy's not making Song of the Year. And the rest of them definitely ain't making Song of the Year. So it will look crazy if they've got a whole award show and they ain't got no one covering.
I mean, they're both on Song of the Year, I think.
Is it?
Chasing Status, Stormzy, Backbone is there. And Band for Band is also up for Song of the Year.
Oh, then I stand corrected.
Yeah.
And KSI.
KSI.
By the way, people are clowning KSI for that record, yeah? Was it Thick of It? I think the tune's alright.
I think it's I'm
not even going to say that. I think the tune's hard. Like, for what it actually is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play it like that. But It actually sonically sounds good.
Yeah, but you can detach the artist from the art, can't you?
I can do that, yeah.
But like a lot of other people see KSI as the guy who reacts to FIFA reactions and gaming stuff and.
But he's
stuff.
been more than that for a long time.
No,
but I hear it though.
No, I agree.
I hear it though. I think people just always want to put KSI in a box, innit? And
for sure,
that is what it is. Actually, to be fair, what are these all songs of the year? Kalani's there as well. Jordan Adetunji.
Yeah.
That had a moment still. So look, it speaks to the same thing.
It's numbers, right?
Yeah, it's a numbers based thing. When 10 years ago, when we was doing the pod and we was talking about it, and I think there was this thing of like, why isn't Skepta there? It was like, why isn't Skepta there? Because we're looking at all the things that Skepta's done, yeah. And I'm saying, for us, of course, we feel like Skepta should be there, but in the greater scheme of numbers, it's not what that is at all. And it would be the same for Bashi. It's like, Bashi for me has one of my favorite albums of the year, cross genre. But the reality is that you can't, that the numbers wise, it's not standing up next to anything. And if you're looking at people that just work within a section of this business where it is driven a lot by that, then you're going to get these type of outcomes. What I'm hoping for this year, going into next year, is a lot more direct to consumer type stuff. Yeah. And that will really shake everything up. I promise you it will. Yeah. If more people start saying, you know what, let's dead the streaming thing for now. Yeah. We'll still put it on, but we'll put it on late. Yeah. Right now, I'm gonna put it on Bandcamp or whatever it is. Man, you know, bare times I've always said about Bandcamp, which is how I found Sims years ago. Yeah. I think Bandcamp is sick because you can put, I feel like a broken record in saying this, but you literally can put your song on Bandcamp, and if it still works the same way, you can set a price, but then if you want, as a fan, you can pay more. A little bit more. You can pay a little bit more. You can, I'm sure as the artist as well, you can, if I sign up, let's say you're the artist and I'm buying music from you.
I think they take 20%.
They take 20%?
That's it.
Okay, they take 20%. And then I buy the song from you. Now when you drop something, you can hit me up, you can email me, let me know, boom, I'm dropping something else or whatnot. Now I can just go and buy it and I can support it that way. It's like, get people out of their convenience. The convenience is, okay, I want to go on Spotify. But if we create a new convenience, they're going to be in trouble. And then you have to then judge things differently. But maybe more by impact or maybe just by the art, the things that they've done around it. So, for example, with Bashi, you're judging the art, but you're also judging the nice little moves that he made around it. And then that becomes why you would nominate somebody or why you wouldn't nominate somebody, as opposed to it being, yeah, shit, like this one got 300 million streams. That one got 900 million streams. This one got 100 million streams. Like, you know, what is that? What is that? Bare of them are not even seeing money from that anyway.
Yeah, the direct to consumer thing I think is going to be the move. I mean,
trust me.
When Julie came on, I think it was 2 years ago, she said it perfectly. She was like, there needs to be more from artists, need to give more of an experience. It can't just be album and concert. There needs to be more like, and she kind of like quoted the when you used to walk into HMV and there used to be the whole show of like you go in, you put your headphones on and XYZ. And it's like that whole thing needs to come back because $10.99 for everything is crazy.
82% of the money goes to the artist or their label. I just think Bandcamp. There's other ones, but I just think Bandcamp is just this, like, it's such a sick method. And then you just create. You're just like trying to build upon a core fan base. Not everything is supposed to be for that. I don't think everything is supposed to be for that, but I just think it's a really good way of doing it. I think more and more artists are doing it anyway. And the more that it happens, the more that it will start shaking things up. And if anything, what will then happen is if a large percentage of like the bigger artists start doing it, then maybe they'll start renegotiating the terms. Like I know Dan mentioned earlier about like you get what you negotiate, which is true. But sometimes when an action happens and something shifts, sometimes you do have to just renegotiate. Do you know what I mean? It's like if I'm going back to that point, it's like if I do have somebody who's got a small percentage of my company and they are going absolutely ham and they end up being incredibly valuable, I would want to reward them and give them a little bit more, because if they turn around and they stop doing it, then I'll still make a large percentage of not very much. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but then if they are giving a lot more, then I'm gonna get a larger percentage or a decent percentage of a lot more. So I don't know, man. But
it's just the way that everybody can eat, and I think
yeah.
it's better that way.
Did I miss anything? No. I did hear a stat though that over 10,000 millionaires left the country last year, and was it 500,000 taxpayers in general have left the UK to go and live somewhere else, which is interesting to me.
Yeah,
it's not like in the greater scheme of the amount of people that live in this country, not a lot, but it kind of is a lot. Kind of is a lot. A lot of taxpayers' money that's going, that people are saying, you know what, fuck this, man, it's too expensive here. It's too expensive. I come to this country, I'm living in this country, I'm working, I'm doing X, Y, and Z and whatever, 2 jobs and all of that type of shit, and I can, bruv, it's fucking mental. It's mental. Yeah. It is actually mental. And when you go to like a different place and you live out in other places, do you know someone told me the other day, that she said to me that she's been working in Dubai for 5 years or whatever, or it's gonna be the end of her 5th year. She's gonna come back. They're paying her 25 bags as a thank you. Thank you for your services. Here's 25 bags. Yeah. I know that they could do it because of obviously their resources or whatever else, but I mean, fucking hell, bro. You don't get that here. I'll tell you what you get as a thank you: a brown letter.
Have you done yours?
A brown letter?
Your taxes?
Nah, actually, I'm late. I'm not late, but it will be done on time. But I'm nearly finished. I was just going through all my receipts.
I've done all of mine.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's long, man. No. All right, well, listen. Thanks for listening, everyone, yeah? We're back and consistent as of now. And hopefully, I'll have Mimi here so we can do this French stuff. I don't know if she'll want to break it down even more. Is there?